been going through some nostalgia and watching some old VGC sets, and I remember this team from Baz Anderson that involved Raichu, Breloom, sometimes Volcarona, Azumarill, and the Scizor, and thought, man, I miss those Pokemon, and I think they could actually do pretty well in Regulation H, so why not try to build a team that resembles that old combination and seeing how well it can perform. This is a team inspired by the old teams that Baz Anderson, a veteran VGC player in the past, used. We have the Scizor, Breloom, Raichu combination alongside the Belly Drum Azumarill, one of my favorite Pokemon, the really weird Dragonite, which is by actual addition to the team, and the Volcarona. So the idea of the team, it's a lot of setup. We have fake out support from the Raichu. We have spore pressure from the Breloom, which is a fast spore user, which is really nice. Unlike the slow spores from Amoonguss, the fact that Breloom is actually a decently fast mon in the format and able to outspeed a lot with that fast spore is incredible for slowing down huge potential threats. We have the Swords Dance on the Scizor, the Quiver Dance on the Volcarona, and the Belly Drum Azumarill to set up. So Raichu here with the Lightning Rod, feel like it's not bad, especially because our Caledon Rain, it's pretty decent against because of the ability to absorb the electro shots. So our Caledon either is going to waste its time going for electro shots if it wants to set up the boost, but it's doing no damage, or has to go for its other moves, and an unboosted Arcaludon is a lot easier to deal with than one that can just keep firing off electro shots without any consequences in rain. So we have this Raichu that I built with the Assault Vest. We have a pretty bulky set. It's really mainly for speed control, fake out support, that Lightning Rod usage as well. We have Electro Up and Nuzzle for the paralysis, but sometimes I don't want that paralysis because I'm trying to go for a Spore. So another play that I can go for with speed control, Raichu, one of the fastest Pokemon out there, Electro Up plus Spore is a really great way to be able to sleep something that is faster than my Breloom but slower than my Raichu. We have the Azumarill here that pairs really well with Raichu, a very classic combination. Belly Drum Azumarill has fallen off so much in the recent years due to the amount of power in the format. Regulation H, a little bit less on the power dynamics, so it's able to actually set up more consistently and go for that Belly Drum, Citrus Berry to heal back that HP, Terra Steel to take attacks from the grass types out there. And yeah, just able to dish out a huge amount of damage with Play Rough and Aqua Jet at +6. The Scizor, pretty nice as a steel typing, able to set up with the Swords Dance, and the only thing here with the Lumberry, mainly because I wasn't sure if I really wanted safety goggles on the Scizor. I'm pretty comfortable with Lumberry in the past, and especially with like Willis being a common move sometimes out there, as well as like Flame Body Volcarona. I thought Lumberry seems pretty consistent, so just ended up keeping the Lumberry. Terra Water to be able to take the fire type moves pretty consistently, and then Bug Bite and Bullet Punch with Swords Dance. Now Bug Bite usually makes sense, but it's dropped off on Scizor. But I felt like it's pretty nice because I already have fighting coverage on the Breloom, and I thought Bug Bite could be useful in some cases, as it's pretty good for the damage into like Amoonguss, some other grass types out there. Terra Grasses like Arcalon can also be really nice. And I didn't think I needed close combat for Arcalon when I did have the Breloom and the Volcarona that could theoretically beat it, Quiver Dancing up. So I felt like I was safe enough to run Bug Bite on this set. We have the Breloom with the Technician with Bullet Seed, able to dish out quite a bit and break some Focus Sashes and potentially knock them out through that Focus Sash is nice. Focus Sash, because it is a very frail Pokemon. Terra Ghost to avoid the fake outs. Close combat over Mach Punch is like the only difference here, and I kind of valued the power close combat. Hitting the Arcalons for more damage I think is like really important than Mach Punch priority with the team, so I thought, okay, let's just go with close combat, dish out as much damage as we can, and it's been pretty impressive so far, so no complaints. Spore, of course, and then Protect, pretty standard moveset on the Breloom. Volcarona, pretty standard safe set too in this generation. This one running Quiver Dance, Giga Drain with Terra Grass for recovery. Leftovers here because the Citrus Berry is on the Azumarill and can allow Volcarona to last longer on the field. And then finally, you might be thinking, what the heck is this Dragonite set, James? And I was thinking of the old Regulation A sets. I've been messing around with the slot a little bit. I was like, okay, I need something for Dondozo, and I need something for Size Spam, Hard Trick Room, because those Pokemon were probably the things that were giving me the most trouble, I think, theoretically on this team, because Dondozo, of course, it has Unaware. I don't really have a way to break through Dondozo otherwise, so I needed something that had Haze or Clear Smog. I had Alolan Muck at one point because it was good into the Size Spam stuff, and it was good into Dondozo, but I just don't think it was good enough, and I also wanted a Ground type immunity or another resist because I don't really have those, so I thought, you know what? I think Dragonite kind of works. And I was thinking about those old Regulation A sets and thought, you know what? Haze Dragonite does make a decent amount of sense on this team. Haze because it can just get rid of those Dondozo stat boost, so I can actually do some pretty good consistent damage to it with the Volcarona, especially throughout most of its common Terra types. Fire Spin, I felt like, you know, I originally was messing around with Extreme Speed, but then I remembered the Regulation A Fire Spin sets, and I'm like, you know, it would make a lot of sense on this team. I don't think I like Protected Dragonite because I definitely wanted Ice Spinner to get rid of terrains, specifically Breloom Grassy Terrain and then the Psychic Terrain from Inity, because I have a bunch of priority moves, and that's usually how I'm trying to break through Trick Room. So I knew I needed Ice Spinner, I knew I needed Haze, and then I usually wanted to make sure Dragonite was safe, so I kind of wanted Protect on it, but then it's like I have to run only one move, and that usually being Extreme Speed to help out in the Dondozo matchup because of priority, or the Trick Room matchup because I also want priority, and then it just ended up feeling really awkward. So ended up going to this Regulation A set where they had the bulky multi-scale Dragonite with Fire Spin because it was able to trap opponents, and then go for Roost with multi-scale because I didn't really need the inner focus ability. It wasn't really changing much on Dragonite. Most players usually assume it will be the inner focus set anyway, so it's like, okay, it doesn't really change anything if I have multi-scale, but it does with that Roost because I'm able to stay longer on the field with Dragonite. Usually a lot of Dondozo teams might have a bit of a hard time breaking through this Dragonite set, and yeah, just being able to stay around, click Haze against Dondozo, Roost, as well as it can have some options. Mainly Dragonite is for those two matchups specifically, because the rest of the team I felt like did pretty well against the majority of what I was playing. So that is the story of this Dragonite set. If you'd like to check out the details of the team, down below in the description, and subscribe to the channel, of course. But let's begin the games. King Gambit, Archaludon, Goldengo, Garchomp, Rillaboom, and Murkrow. Okay, so it's probably Rain Dance on the Murkrow, I'd imagine, on this team. Yeah, I think it has to be, right? Okay, Volcarona pretty decent against this team. There is a Garchomp, which I don't know if it has a rock move. King Gambit can be scary. We do have a Breloom. How do I want to approach? Also, like, I do have Lightning Rod on the Raichu, which could come in handy. I don't know if it would really, but there is a chance. I think lead-wise, I don't mind having Ice Spinner is nice, but not necessary. Volcarona definitely... I think Volcarona is definitely broad. Breloom is definitely broad. The rest is tricky because I don't have the best Garchomp answers. Probably Azumarill. I think I want to do Breloom with Volcarona lead, which I don't think is too bad. Like Breloom does well into everything except Goldengo. So Volcarona kind of covers that. In the back... probably Azumarill. And then last Pokemon's tricky. I don't know if I actually want to bring the Dragonite or if I want to bring the Scizor. I think I'm going to try Dragonite. It's not really supposed to be meant for this team, but it can help me out, especially against a Rillaboom to deal with the grassy terrain for the Ice Spinner. And also allows me to hit the Garchomp that way. So let's see what we can do. Also, like Dragonite, this Dragonite set specifically is really good at stalling turns. So that's kind of a goal here. Let's see Goldengo Murkrow. Okay, perfect. That's good. As I do lead Breloom and the Volcarona. I think I'm just going to attempt to Spore the Murkrow turn one. Yeah, I like the idea of Sporing the Murkrow turn one. I don't know if you're Power Gem or Volcarona, because I think that would make a lot of sense on your team. So I'm actually just going to protect the Volcarona. Let's see if I'm right. All right, no Terras are involved here. We do protect the Volcarona. Counting this setup for the Murkrow. That's not too surprising. What did the gold click? Yep, Power Gem. Perfect. Nice. Okay, that's really nice because now I can go on the offense against my opponent. All right. Good damage to the Murkrow. Do I want to close combat Heat Wave is the question. Probably. I don't really see like a Pokemon I really want to tear in this matchup. So I think I will go for the close combat in the Murkrow, and I'm going to go for a Heat Wave with Terra Grass. Yeah, I don't hate it. All right, they stay in with the Goldengo too, so I do get a pretty nice close combat into Heat Wave, and now they're locked into Power Gem, which is a lot less scary than like any other move they can lock in. So we will Terra Grass our Volcarona. I didn't want to Quiver Dance because I don't want Murkrow to take a 1-turn sleep with Haze as an option. So yeah, we are going to go for the sleep with Murkrow. Power Gem into the Volcarona, it looks like. Yep, beautiful. Also, we get rid of Murkrow. We get rid of Electro Shot. Ooh, we actually just one-shot the gold. Oh, we crit the gold. Don't know if it matters. It depends on like the gold bulk, but I'm not complaining. Close Combat going to come out into the Murkrow. Oh, some really heavy damage. Actually picks up the knockout, which is great. All right. So Murkrow gone. Our Terra was used up, but we have a lot of resources still available to play. Pretty solid. All right. Volcarona will heal with leftovers. Let's see what you're going to bring out next. Is Garchomp's still scary depending on its set. King Gambit going to come out. All right. And this is Garchomp? Or Caledon. All right. I definitely want to keep Breloom around. For sure. Breloom is so valuable in this. So I think I'm going to just go for a Heat Wave and get some damage. I like the idea of going... Yeah, I like getting damage. The question is, what am I doing Volcarona? I could Protect, but I just rather... Is there 2 turns of Trick Room left? Yeah. Or Tailwind left. I think I'd rather just go Dragonite, and I'm just going to click Heat Wave and get damage. Actually, I'm going to Quiver Dance. No, I'm okay with Heat Waving here. Even if it gives them a stamina boost, I think it's okay. I think it depends on if our... Oh, our Caledon still has Terra. I hope King Gambit Terras, but we'll see. We are going to see a Terra. I feel like this is King Gambit. King Gambit would definitely be more appreciated than our Caledon. Nice, okay. Because our Caledon with Terra Grass could make this a bit weird if I lose Volcarona immediately. We see Terra flying on the King Gambit, which A-okay by me. Okay. Electroshock going to be fired off. Are you the Power Herb set, I guess? Be Power Herb. Yeah, it's Power Herb. Okay. We have multi-skill on the Dragonite, so good thing I didn't switch into Azu. Yeah, Dragonite takes extremely well. We're going to see Terra Blast. Okay, so it's probably Terra Flying, Terra Blast. Ooh, they doubled up my Breloom slot, which makes sense. Oh, that did no damage. Heat Wave going to come out. Good damage across the board. Nice. All right. We're getting some lovely, lovely turns here. Now I'm just going to go for... Should I just Roost here? I guess I could just Roost. Yeah, I'm going to Roost. Terra Flying probably means it's not Sword Stand. So this is probably just a free Volcarona Protect. Yeah, and I don't see a problem with going for it. We will protect our Volcarona. Let's see what the King Gambit does. Flash Cannon going to come out of Dragonite as a double up. Except to knock out a acceptable. And Terra Blast. Okay, excellent. I'm going out into my Breloom to click Spore. Game is still technically scary, but I think we'll be okay. Peters out. I go out into Breloom. I click Spore and I click Heat Wave. I guess our Caledon speed tier is something that I do have to consider. Because it's not stamina, it's probably sturdy then. I go for a Spore and a King Gambit. I think I always just Heat Wave because Heat Wave knocks out the Arcaladon at its range. I go for Protect with Arcaladon. Okay, so that's perfect. I Spore the King Gambit because it's like, okay, what can Arcaladon really do here? And it's like they can only target one and they don't pick up a knockout unless they Draco Meteor Bulk, but that's fine. And I guess Spore and a King Gambit in close combat threaten the Arcaladon next turn. Now I just got the Spore off in the King Gambit. I can go for a close combat plus Heat Wave in the King Gambit this turn, and I just guarantee to win, I think. Assuming Heat Wave lands on one of the two at least. So yeah, perfect. Perfect threats. So we can go for close combat into our Caledon. We can go for Heat Wave. That should seal up the game here. All right, Volcarona, just hit your moves. Well, they have to get a first turn wake. They have to Sucker Punch my Breloom, which they do. Okay. So it's still a game. Sucker Punch. This should be a Flash Kent. Volcarona outspeeds, just picks up a knockout. Easy. Okay. Very, very cool. Breloom really clutch. I'm really glad I scouted for the Power Gem. on the gold, because it's like if you let Volcarona snowball, I think it gets really ugly. And as we saw, my opponent actually brought all the steel types, so I had a feeling that they probably want to respect the Volcarona in that position, especially. Was able to catch them going for the power gem and then just play accordingly, and with the leftovers was able to heal back quite a bit, stall at the tailwind, and yeah, in a really good spot afterward. Hariyama for Farigiraf, Armor Rouge, Blood Moon Ursaluna, Basculegion, and the Hisuian Decidueye. All right, looks like a Trick Room team. Kind of curious on what the speed tier on the Basculegion is, which is going to be important. Farigiraf is such a pain for this team. It really is a pain for this team. There's no Psychic Terrain, which is kind of interesting. And the Armor Rouge, I don't know what I'm supposed to expect here. Is this some kind of like Hariyama Armor Rouge lead? They bullet punch and then like weakness policy weak armor? I could see that. I could absolutely see that. Raichu not that good here. Breloom's pretty strong. I do like Breloom. Terragosa is actually a pretty nice option here. I think I'm going to do Breloom plus Scizor. I don't really see too much wrong with it. And then in the back, Azumarill for sure. Last Pokemon, Volcarona is not bad. The Dragonite's actually pretty good here. Both aren't bad. What would I want? Probably Dragonite, I think. Or maybe... which one do I want? They're both good. This one can switch... Dragonite can switch into Blood Moon, which might be better, but Volcarona's coverage is way nicer against this team. Actually, I think I'm going to go Volk. I think Volk is fine. I don't know. This might have been a game I wanted Dragonite just because normally I bring it to Trick Room, but then again, there's no Entity. If there was an Entity with Psychic Terrain, I'm 100% clicking it, but like, because there's not, I don't think there was a big deal. The question is what the Farigiraf item is, because I think that's going to be a pretty big question throughout this set. Hariyama Farigiraf is going to lead. All right. So I'm going to try to set up here. I'm going for a Spore into the Hariyama, and I'm going to go for a Bug Bite into Farig. This covers if they Terra. Do they think I have a bug move is the question? I guess if I Terra, it's kind of useless, right? They had to Terra and fake out my Breloom. And this could be Goggles on the Farig. I'm going to sport a Hariyama and Sword Stance. I think they fake out the Scizor and click play Trick Room. But we'll see. If that's safety Goggles. If it's not safety Goggles, they might fake out the Breloom, which then it's not ideal. But Farig actually switches out. Okay, what are you going into? Basculegion. Okay. Which is an interesting mon to bring out here. They don't click fake out, so I do get the Spore off into the Hariyama. They take a turn of sleep, but Flame Orb doesn't activate till the end of the turn, so they won't have a Flame Orb. They won't have the Guts boost. Sword Dance going to come out from the Scizor. I like this spot. I like this spot. I'm just going to throw off a Bullet Seed in a Basculegion. I'm just going to go for a Bug Bite, I think, because I don't want any like crazy switches here into Farig. Actually, I probably can just Bullet Punch here. I think I am just going to Bullet Punch. I don't think they go out into, what's it called? The Farigiraf this turn. Bullet Punch going to come out into Hariyama. Look at that damage. That's insane damage. Bullet Seed attempt into the Basculegion. Does Hariyama wake up? It does. All right. They get to see off or knock off into my Scizor. Sure. Well, close combat wasn't picking up a knockout. I was thinking they could probably try to put me in Aqua Jet range. I don't know about the Breloom because they didn't have the guts. I just go for a Bullet Seed and a Basculegion. I just Bug Bite the Hariyama. As they're going to try to bring in Farigiraf. Yep. But yeah, I mean, always just Bug Bite here. There's no punish to Bug Bite here. But if they stayed in, they just went down here. So perfect. I am able to get the Bullet Seed off into Farig. Huge amounts of damage with that Technician. 4 hits. Nope, just 3. But that is all I really need. Bug Bite going to come out into Hariyama. I just don't really have a reason to Bullet Punch because if Bug Bite just KOs, so there's really no point of going for those attacks, right? Nice. All right. Who is coming out next? Basculegion, sure. They're usually Terra Water, so I'm pretty sure I just Bullet Seed through to Basculegion. I could Terra Water if I really want to, but I think it's probably okay because if they're faster than my Scizor, that means the Basculation actually has speed, which means the Azumarill should be able to underspeed in Trick Room if they are able to get Trick Room off. All right, we're going to see a Terra. This could be Basculation into Grass. No, it's the Farig into Fairy. That makes sense. Okay. But that's fine. I still have a Focus Sash on my Breloom. And they didn't protect at all. So Bullet Seed. Oh, I don't knock out Basculation with 2 hits. Oh, no, I do. Because I crit. Let's just say I hit 3. Let's just say I hit 3. I think me hitting 3. I think I would have hit 3. Because Breloom's been him. Breloom's been him. Bug Bite going to come out of Farig. Doesn't pick up a knockout. Is it Berry? Because a Berry would be nice. Nope. Trick Room goes up. Okay. But ironically, game is still a game. Let's see. Are you Ursaluna coming in? Because if it's Ursaluna, maybe it's still a game. What else did they have? I can't remember what they had. They had an Armarouge. Armarouge is fine. It is Ursaluna. Okay. So I need to make sure I can go for priority moves. I still have the Trick Room turns. Just don't be Calm Mind and I think we're okay. I'm going to scout for what they click here, but they're probably just clicking Hyper Voice plus move into Breloom. That's what I would assume. So we protect here with both. They went for Earth Power into the Scizor. I guess they're hoping I'm not Sash Breloom because of how aggressively I played. Psychic Noise into the Breloom. I'm pretty sure my play is just to always go for Bullet Seed into Bug Bite, the Earth into the Farig, because the way I'd probably lose this... Yeah, I think that's the move here. Trying to make sure. If Close Combat doesn't knock out Ursaluna, it's a bit of a problem, but I think I just Close Combat. Actually, no, I Close Combat Bug Bite here. It can only knock out one of my Pokemon. If they had Twin Beam on the Farig, it's a different story. Yeah, they go for Hyper Voice, Psychic Noise into Breloom, which is what I would expect. So we will lose our Breloom here. It is Life Orb Ursaluna, so Close Combat would have picked up the knockout. Because like if one of these Pokemon I protect and I double into the protect, I probably can lose. So that's why I want to eliminate that chance. If the Ursaluna protected, then I get the Bug Bite off into Farigiraf because they have no way to KO Scizor unless they went for Foul Play into that slot, but which would have probably been the threat, but I'm not sure if they do. I'm not sure if Foul Play Farig is a thing as much as it was in the restricted format because no Calyrex around. So yeah, we should have the game sealed. I'm gonna go out into Azumarill. Two turns of Trick Room. We go for a double protect and then we Aqua Jet Bullet Punch and we should be safe. And if we don't, we also have a Volcarona in the back that's able to outspeed and go for Giga Drain. So that should be pretty safe. They went for Blood Moon 2 into the Azumarill, so now they can't pick up the knockout to Azumarill, which is beautiful. I don't think Crit Hyper Voice picks up the knockout. Aqua Jet Bullet Punch should pick up, I think, picks up the knockout. I'm actually not confident in this count because Blood Moon is a decently bulky Pokemon. Battle's gonna be forfeit, so I guess we'll never find out. But very nice work. Breloom, Scizor, super clutch combo right there. Able to put on a lot of damage. Up it onto my opponent. My opponent kept switching. Farig switching out was interesting instead of going for the Terra immediately, but they didn't know if I had a steel move like Iron Head on the Basculation, which was fair. And then I was able to really capitalize because of it. Slacking, Wheezing, Quaquaval, the Rillaboom, Dragonite, and Goldengo. We actually featured the Slacking team a couple of days ago on the channel. It's a really fun team. All right. So it's kind of nice because Breloom's actually really good into a lot of this stuff. The Wheezing is slower than Breloom. The Slacking gets right to my close combat. So yeah, I actually do like it a lot here. So I do want to bring the Breloom. I do want to bring... What else do I want to bring in this matchup? Azumarill okay. It's not necessary. Raichu's actually not bad in this matchup. It is Scarf Goldengo, so I do have to watch out for that one. Feel like I might want to bring Volcarona as a switch in just in case. I actually like Raichu Breloom. I think it's actually a good lead here because Electro Web puts on a lot of pressure with Spore and close combat. Yeah, I like it a lot. And I think in the back, I don't really like Azu too much in this matchup. It's usable, but I don't think it's that great. Probably like Scizor or Volcarona. I don't know who my Terra is going to be. It could be Breloom. It could be, I don't think it's Raichu. Could be Volcarona. I could definitely see myself Terraing Volcarona. And potentially Scizor. It depends. Outrage is going to be scary. I don't have an immediate way of breaking through the Dragonite, which is definitely something that I should be concerned about. I do have Spore to slow it down, but we'll find out. What's your lead here? Slacking, Wheezing. That's not too surprising. Okay. Versus Raichu and Breloom. Now, we're going to play mind games because the Breloom is super heavily threatening them. I think I just go for Protect with Breloom, and I think I just go for an Electro Web. I do like the speed control. If I trade Raichu here, it's not too bad. They do protect the Slacking, which is amazing for me. Awesome. Because I am able to get an Electro Web off into the Wheezing, which, you know, it's not necessary by any... Oh, they don't protect. Huh. Okay, they just want to scout here, I suppose. That's fine. I could Paraghost a Breloom. Paraghost a Breloom is not a bad option either. It might be my play here because I could see a Terra from the Wheezing. They just want to avoid the fake out, it looks like. I'm gonna Spore, but I didn't want to play the Terraghost mind games. I'm gonna Spore and I'm gonna Electro Web. Yeah. We do see a Terra. I wanted to scout for the Terra specifically, so this is awesome. Slacking does Terra and a Ghost. Okay, yeah. So I went for this Terraghost. I could have went for Electro Web Spore, but that allows Wheezing to get a potential Sludge Bomb, and a Poison would be really bad into Breloom. So this covers, I think, a lot because if they target the Breloom, it's probably a double edge. If they target the Raichu, it's a high horsepower, which is fine. Problem is I don't have enough damage output into their team right now, but I think it'll probably be okay. They Sucker Punch the Raichu. What? That's a crazy play. All right. Electro Web will come out. Lowers the speed on that Slacking. We get a speed drop into that Wheezing. We are able to get the Spore off. That is a crazy play. All right. Yeah, this is awkward now. Wasn't expecting that one. Do I want to Spore or do I want to just Protect? Or I could swap here. Swapping a Scizor is not a bad play. Or Volcarona. The Sucker Punch caught me so off guard because I'm trying to figure out what are they trying to do here. I feel like the play is just to protect the Breloom and click Volt Switch into the Wheezing. Because I don't think you Sucker Punch here the Raichu again. Yeah, they protect to avoid a Spore. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Really good. We are able to get the Volt Switch off. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Now we can go out into Scizor, I think, because I want to start Swords Dancing against this team. And it also covers a Sludge Bomb if you targeted the Raichu. Perfect. They woke up. They went for a Sludge Bomb, and it was into what was the Raichu. Excellent. Okay. Now I'm gonna Spore the... I think I Spored a Slacking slot and I Swords Dance here. Yeah, I like that a lot. Because I just always get a free Spore into the Slacking. Then I can Spore the Wheezing the following turn. Because, like, I think your options are probably Will-O-Wisping the Scizor. Maybe you taunt the Breloom, which is fine at that point of the game. But I now have a pretty solid setup position. Okay, we Spore the Slacking. Good. Alright. Slacking takes its first turn. I hope they go for Will-O-Wisp in the Scizor because we do have the Lumberry specifically for Will-O-Wisp. Nice. Now we can go for Swords Dance again. Which is beautiful. So and also like slacking shouldn't be able to threaten a knockout here, even if it does wake up. So we go for the spore into the wheezing. We go for another sword stance. Feeling pretty good. I just don't know if I'll be able to KO the wheezing quickly enough. They go for protect, but that's just a free turn for me to sword stance. And if the slacking stays asleep, it's a really bad position for them. Yep. Nice, nice, nice. Breloom's been crazy. Spore into the slacking or into the wheezing. We are able to get the sword stance up with our Scizor once again. I'm gonna go for a spore into the wheezing, and I'm actually gonna go for a bug bite, I think, into the wheezing as well. Yeah, I want my abilities back. It looks like slacking took a 3-turn sleep, so that's beautiful. They went for, I don't know what they went for though. That was either protect or sucker punch. They went sucker punch to Scizor, that's fine, because I got bug bite for citrus berry recovery. Because I steal the berry from the wheezing. Yeah, I don't pick up the knockout, which is kind of what I expected, but it works out. Okay, now I'm gonna go for a bullet punch into the wheezing. Actually, there are a few things that I can do. I think I just bullet punch here and I go for... I got a few plays I could go for. Close combat here is not too bad. Actually, no, this... I had to take a sucker punch with Scizor no matter what, I think. Yeah, I have to take a... No, I think protect is a throw if they randomly switch. I think we close combat the wheezing. I think I just go for a sword stance. No, I bullet punch actually. Yeah, I'd rather bullet punch the slacking. This is probably just sucker punch. They attempted to protect the wheezing. Makes sense. The slacking wakes up, goes for the sucker punch into the Scizor. Yeah, it just doesn't do much damage, man. If the slacking woke up the previous turn, I just had went for the spore into the... I would have went for the spore and the slacking this turn and just bullet punch the wheezing. This works out. I get a crit on the wheezing. That doesn't matter. Pretty good position though for my team. Like I have a +4 Scizor. I guess what, Quaquaval is the biggest threat because it actually outspeeds my Breloom. So I do got to keep that in mind. The slacking has to loaf off this turn, which is great though. Gold coming in. Okay. So I know this is Scarf. Pretty sure I just always get a free bullet seed in this slacking. And I think I just bullet punch the gold. Yeah, I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this trade, yeah. Because getting the damage into gold is kind of nice. I guess it doesn't really matter since I have Volcarona though, so maybe I could have protected Scizor on a Shadow Ball. I might survive Shadow Ball though. Bullet punch. Yeah, good damage is a 2-shot. They trick who? Because they gave me a choice scarf. Breloom got a choice scarf. Guess what became not a threat? Quaquaval. I'll take it. So goodbye slacking. Yeah, I mean, I had Focus Sash anyway, so like no matter what they did to Breloom, I was surviving the turn. Scizor was the questionable one. If I'm locked into Bullet Punch on Choice Scarf or I'm locked into any attack really from the gold, like as long as it wasn't Shadow Ball crit into Scizor, I wasn't losing a Pokemon here. So no matter what, I felt position was fine. Oh, they didn't have Quaquaval's Dragonite back. Okay. I was locked into Bullet Seed, right? Yeah, I'm locked into Bullet Seed. So I do want to go out in a Raichu and probably sack it off and probably just protect the Scizor. I know that this is Choice Band Dragonite, so it can't really punish me here. That was going to be forfeit anyway. Because I was in Extreme Speed range from the Dragonite, which is beautiful because then Scizor Bullet Punch was just sweeping. Like, I don't think Extreme Speed crit knocks me out, but I just was going to play it safe to be sure. Like, I had the option of going into Breloom once again. Going for the Spore into Dragonite, Bullet Punching the Golden Go for the knockout. I still had Volcarona still around, so felt like I was pretty safe regardless. Ursaluna Mimikyu with Metagross, Golden Go, Hisuian Arcanine, and Hisuian Goodra. Bunch of Steel types. Alright. And not too much priority, which is okay to play around. I do want the Volcarona. They do have an Arcanine, which does make this a bit strange, but playable. They don't have any way to block priority, which is nice. Azumarill's good. I don't really like Dragonite. Dragonite's okay, but it's not like crazy into this team. I think Volcarona definitely, I think, is a lead. I need to pressure the steel types. If I pressure the steel types, I think Azumarill does incredible. And then I think in the back, bring Breloom and I think Scizor. I don't really want to lead the Breloom Scizor mode because I want to... If they lead Arcanine, I need to prevent the Intimidate from affecting the Breloom because that's a big one. Also, like, Arcanine's just a big threat to my team. But we'll see what they decide to bring out. Going to be Ursaluna Mimikyu lead, which is not a lead I would expect here, but okay. Volcarona Azumarill. All right, we have some question marks here, but I think I am just going to attempt to go for a Heat Wave. Break the Disguise, and I'm going to Belly Drum with Azumarill. What would they do? Headlong Rush in the situation into Azumarill? I'm not exactly 100% sure. I am a bit surprised they led this because I felt like Breloom would have been really threatening to them. I think I will just attempt a Belly Drum. We'll see. Yep, they play like the bot of going for a Trick Room Protector for Ursaluna, which is going to be a very bad thing for them because I did go for the Belly Drum here. Okay, nice. So that is some pretty strong start from the Azumarill. Now we got to play around the Ursaluna, which is probably going to Terra Ghost here to live the Aqua Jet. I need damage into Ursaluna first, so I think my play is just to go for Protect with Azumarill and attack with Volcarona. Like, it's aggressive, but I think I do have to play aggressive against Ursaluna still. So, I mean, the turn one worked out perfectly. Because they weren't sure about, like, my set on Azumarill could have been Assault Vest, but I am running a really old school Belly Drum set, which you really don't see as much anymore because Azumarill, not as bulky as it used to be. It's hard to set up, but yeah, we're going to go for Heat Wave. We're going to go for Protect. If they take the knockout Volcarona, it's not bad. I get a free switch to Scizor. I threaten Bullet Punch plus Aqua Jet. We do see the Terra from the Ursaluna. Going to be Terra Normal. All right, that's a big powerhouse here. Unfortunately, don't have Mach Punch on the Breloom. I have Close Combat. All right, protect the Azumarill. They protect Mimikyu in case I Aqua Jet the Mimikyu, which is fair. Or they have EQ, which is fine. They facaded. Okay, perfect. Beautiful. Give me the damage on Ursaluna. Hopefully Aqua Jet picks up the knockout. If it doesn't, it's actually kind of annoying. That's still playable. Okay, good. We did connect. And then the extra burn damage. I don't know if Aqua Jet KOs, but it'll be close. And even then, getting rid of Ursaluna for a trade of just Azumarill. Like, Azumarill is a Pokemon that can definitely sweep, but like, I have good Pokemon in the back, I think, against the team. So I'm going to go for Heat Wave, and I'm going to go for Aqua Jet. Yes. They went for Protect. That means they gave me a free turn with Volcarona. I do get the Aqua Jet KO on Ursaluna, which is amazing. So goodbye, Ursaluna. What does the Mimikyu go for? Shadow Sneak. Yep, perfect. Into Volk, actually, for the chip. In case. But yeah, Flame Orb on the Mimikyu. Nice. Not necessary at all, but we'll take it. Heat Wave. Another Connect is nice. All right. Perfect turns as I could have ever imagined. Like, we had a good setup. There was the... Again, I think we had pretty safe plays because I just always was able to threaten the Ursaluna with the Belly Drum because of the turn one they gave me. The turn one was huge. Metagross come in, which... A-okay by me. They already used their Terra. 2 turns of Trick Room. I'm gonna protect the... I'm just gonna double protect. I want to figure out your sets, if or like what you're trying to go for. They actually just forfeit because like there was a chance I could have went for Terra Steel with Azumarill the following turn. Selling out the Trick Room means Breloom Scizor I think can sweep the game. So yeah, like just being able to scout moves. They didn't really have a way to threaten both Pokemon at the same time. +6 Azumarill. If you let the Volcarona get a Quiver Dance up, it's pretty bad. Or just fire off Heat Waves is still pretty bad. So yeah, they were just in a tough pickle. Whimsicott, Blood Moon Ursaluna, Politoed, Archaludon, Palmot, and Volcarona. So I'm kind of curious if this is Focus Sash, Palmot, and Covercloak Whimsicott. That would probably be my best guess on the team. I do want to bring Scizor. Breloom is really good here. I could see Raichu putting in work here. Fake Out Pressure is nice. The Electro Web. Just being able to redirect the attacks from like Palmot. Azumarill might not be a bad one, but I got to be careful. I think I got to get rid of Whimsicott first. Volcarona, it's good into Archaludon. It's not really good into the rest. Well, it can be good into the rest, actually. I don't know. I think I'm going to try Scizor. Breloom doesn't seem awful to me. Unless they lead Volk, which if they lead Volk, I guess I'll play around it. I think I want to bring Raichu and Azumarill in the back. I want to try to set up for a Belly Drum Azumarill game because I think I could accomplish that. I don't know who my Terra is going to be. It could be Scizor. If it's Volcarona, that becomes a problem. It could be Azumarill as well if the Ursaluna provides to be a threat. We're going to see the Ursaluna plus Whimsicott lead, which is nice because I lead Scizor and I lead Breloom. And this is a good position for close combat and a Bullet Punch. So I am just going to go for a Bullet Punch into the Whimsicott and I'm going to attempt to close combat the... I think I close combat. I could Spore because they could go Volcarona if they have it. But I think I'd rather take a knockout here. Because I think it's more likely they protect, if anything. Or they go on the aggressive and attack, which is fine. Like, this could be, what? Protect? Go for Moonblast? Oh, they went for Misty Terrain because they thought, oh, guess what? You can't Spore me because they thought I was going to Spore. But I just went straight for the damage to close combat. So Bullet Punch going to come out into the Whimsicott. Good damage. I don't want to fall for an all, of course, so that's why I didn't attack. With Swords Dance, close combat, I crit the Ursaluna. It was probably a roll, I think, but we are able to take the knockout into Ursaluna, which is incredible. Actually, it depends because also if they're like fast Ursaluna, they don't have bulk, and if they don't have bulk, close combat crit doesn't matter there. So a really nice knockout. I got probably the best turn I could have asked for. Let's see who they bring out next. It's going to be the Palmot, so not too worried about double shock. I am just gonna Bullet Punch the... I'm just gonna Bullet Punch and Bullet Seed. Like, they can fake out one, but they go down to the... like, I always get a knockout here. Alright, they switch out the Whimsicott into Archaludon? Okay, that's fair. Fake out into Breloom. Smart play on their part. Smart play. Okay, yeah, that was a good decision for my opponent. All right, not good. I don't know if they have Terras involved here. I kind of like the idea of going for a Sword Stance with my Scizor, and I think I like going out in a Raichu for the Breloom slot. This could be close combat or Revival Blessing. I'm not sure what move it will be. I think Raichu can take one, and then we threaten the Palmot. Oh, they double shot the Scizor. Or they expected a Terra Ghost, which is what I thought about, but I didn't think it was worth it. So we are able to get the Lightning Rod, which is nice. They Body Press. Ooh, even better. That did a lot. That did a lot to my Raichu. Okay. Just gonna spam Bullet Punch, I think, into the Palmot slot. There could be Volt Absorb on the Palmot, so just always keep going for Bullet Punch and a Fake Out. We're gonna see the Palmot sack itself. Okay, that makes sense. So Whimsicott comes out. I probably should have made my Raichu, I think, faster than Palmot. When I think about like EV spreads, I probably could have adjusted for. So that is definitely a mistake on my part. We do pick up the knockout on the Whimsicott, so no Tailwind for the rest of the game. Body Press is going to come out of Scizor, but nowhere near enough. Okay. I just got to focus on this Palmot. This Palmot's a threat. Do I think it's Volt Absorb, or do I think it is the other ability? Because that's going to make it a bit confusing. I'm just going to go for a Bullet Punch, I think, into Palmot, and I just don't know if I I think going to Breloom is okay here. Yeah, I think I want to go into Breloom. I think going to Breloom makes sense for my Raichu, because Raichu just being able to redirect the attacks is still pretty valuable. You go for Fake Out into Scizor. I don't know. Is this a target into the Scizor? No, they targeted my Raichu with Body Press. Big survival on the Breloom, actually. I'm hoping that 2 Bullet Punches is enough into the Palmot. I think my best play is just to double up the Palmot. Or should I Spore? I don't know if they have Terra, though. I think I'd still rather Bullet Seed. Do they Revival Blessing or not? We do see a Terra. I imagine this is Terra Grass on Archaludon. We do see a Terra on Archaludon. Yep, Grass. Okay, so I did make the best Bullet Seed play. All right. That's really important. All right, Bullet Punch into the Palmot. It's a 2-shot, it looks like. It went for close combat into Scizor. This is actually the best case I could have asked for, I think. It's still a mind game, though. So Scizor goes down. I'm able to KO the Palmot with the Bullet Seed. Yeah, it actually would have just KO'd the Palmot. Nice. With 2 hits through Focus Sash. And then Archaludon just going to KO the Breloom. All right. It's a mind game. It's a mind game. We're going to go into Raichu and we're going to go out into Azumarill. All right, we're going to Fake Out the Archaludon. We're going to go for Belly Drum with Azumarill. Non-Terra. Actually, no, we should be fine, right? Because Archaludon isn't boosted by Electro Shot, right? All right. Here's the Belly Drum from Azumarill. I got the perfect position where I wanted Azumarill next to Raichu in the endgame against Archaludon. Wait, did they not get a stamina boost? No, they did. Okay, yeah. But they don't have the attack, which is important. I'm gonna go for a Nuzzle into Archaludon, and I'm gonna go for Play Rough, because they shouldn't be able to knock out the Azumarill. I don't know if Play Rough will actually pick up the knockout. I was thinking of going for another Fake Out just for it to fail, so it doesn't get the defense boost. But I feel like the Play Rough should pick up the knockout, assuming I connect. Yeah, like I do plenty. Okay, perfect. I went for Body Press into Raichu too. Awesome. Are you Power Herb? I have no clue. Should I Aqua Jet? I don't know if Aqua Jet picks up the KO. Like, it's +6, but this thing's +4. I think it might. I think what I'm gonna do first, though, is I'm gonna protect Azumarill. The reason I protect Azumarill is because there's a chance they have Power Herb on Archaludon, and I want them to waste it. Okay, they went for Body Press. Okay. I think we're fine, because I don't think Archaludon Body Press is pick up the knockout. I will be giving them +5, but I'm hoping Azumarill's bulky enough, or it just KOs. I'm hoping Aqua. Please KO. Okay, it doesn't. At least tell me I didn't throw this. Flash Cannon. Okay, perfect. Okay, crit didn't knock me out. All right, a little bit sloppy of an endgame, but if Aqua Jet doesn't KO here, I'd be super shocked. Yeah, we KO Archaludon. Didn't want to risk Play Rough miss twice. Like, if I Play Rough and then I decide to Aqua Jet, then I missed a KO, it would have been awful. Okay. Very awesome. A reason why I really liked the idea of Raichu next to Azumarill right now, because of the ability to redirect Electro Shots. But granted, they didn't have Politoed, so they couldn't really go for it, looks like. There are Power Herbs sometimes on the rain teams even, but luckily this wasn't one of them. Inteleon, Dragapult, Archaludon, Pelipper, Sylveon, Incineroar. Oh, this is Dragon Cheer stuff, isn't it? Dragon Cheer, Dragapult with our Inteleon and Rain. Okay. I don't have Mach Punch on Breloom. Mach Punch would make this easier because a strong priority move into Inteleon would definitely be a lot easier to deal with. I think I'm just going to lead Raichu. Raichu plus Azumarill's good, but in the back, I do love Volcarona's good, Scizor's good. I have a lot of good tools. I think I'm going to do Scizor. Raichu Scizor isn't too bad. It's just bad in Archaludon. I can play around Archaludon though. Yeah, I think it's probably okay. Have Breloom and Azumarill in the back. Yeah, I think that's probably okay. Volcarona, I was very tempted on because it's probably pretty good into this team. You have the option for Terra Grass Giga Drain, which seems pretty decent into the team. Beats Archaludon, assuming I'm able to Quiver Dance, while it can't really go for Electroshock because of the differences here with the Raichu and the Lightning Rod, so harder for it to set up. Dragapult plus Inteleon will lead here. Okay, perfect. Versus Raichu Scizor. I don't know if this is Protect from Inteleon or if they're actually going to... I guess like there's nothing wrong with going for Nuzzle in the Dragapult and Bullet Punch in the Dragapult. I don't think I want to set up with Scizor yet. They do retreat the Inteleon, which is nice, so I do get a Bullet Punch in the Dragapult, which is great. Don't be a fire move. Oh, Calydon, yeah, they tried to bait the stamina. Really good. Because the fake out was kind of obvious. Bullet Punch into the Dragapult. Good damage. Oh, I forgot you could do that. Okay. That's okay still. Because I do get the Nuzzle off into the Dragapult. That Archaludon might be scary. But alright. I'm going to Volt Switch the Dragapult, I think, and set up a Sword Stance with my Scizor. Do I want to Volt Switch? Volt Switch is a bit risky. It's probably okay though. I think I'm going to Volt Switch the Dragapult and Sword Stance. Let's see. I would like the Sword Stance for more pressure. And I wasn't sure if Bullet Punch Volt Switch actually knocked out the Dragapult. It looks like it probably would have, so maybe it was better to go for it because I could have maybe brought in Breloom. I still think that this is probably okay. I'm going to go hard as Azumarill now. Yeah, I like hard as Azumarill. They went for Draco Meteor into that slot, which is what I expected. Perfect. Phantom Force. Okay. That's fine. It was Power Herb. Okay, actually that's better for me. That's Power Herb. Because they just used their move. I'm switching out in a Raichu because, again, we have an Assaultus for a reason. I'm going to click Bullet Punch into the Dragapult and try to... I need to clear around our Archaludon so Breloom can come in, like, safer. And preserving resources like the Azumarill is still nice because it is a Pokemon that can switch into... Like, I probably won't be able to get a Belly Drum up in this set, most likely, but that's an okay trade-off, I think. This is probably going to be a Terra from the Archaludon later in the game, which is why I wanted to set up on the Scizor, because there is a chance I go for a... There's a Terra Grass on the Archaludon, and they go for the Terra Grass against the Breloom to avoid Spore. They Flash Cannon what was the Azumarill. Perfect. So these pivots are really being nice. They didn't get a crit either, which is actually pretty good. Because it's only +2 chance. I guess we're playing 50-50s. Incineroar comes in. All right. Terra Ghost or Cover Cloak, I'm willing to play it because if they're Terra Ghost, that means they can't Terra Archaludon, which means they're vulnerable to close combat the next turn. So I'm faking out this Incineroar and I'm clicking Bug Bite. I feel pretty happy about this situation. Don't be Cobra Cloak. Don't be Cobra Cloak. Please. Please don't be. As long as it's not Cobra Cloak, we're fine. Fake out into Incineroar. A body press, which is a-okay. Nice. Get a free Bug Bite off into Incineroar. And Incineroar flinches, can't move. Alright, beautiful. So... I think I might have to nuzz... I feel like you double here. Actually, no. I think I have... Do I have a safe line here? I do want to keep Raichu around because I think Raichu is still very valuable. I'm worried if Body Press KOs in the future, but I think my play is probably just to Volt Switch out the Incineroar and click Protect with my Scizor. Like Volt Switch out with my Raichu, keep it around for Fake Out support. This is tricky. It's mainly the Dragon Cheer makes this a bit awkward. All right. I get to go out into Azumarill. Do I want to click Belly Drum is my question. I feel like the answer is probably no. A Draco metered my Raichu again. Perfect. And they attempted to Flare Blitz my Scizor. Okay. I think you're probably okay. I can go for an Aqua Jet into the Incineroar, and I think I can go for another Swords Dance with Scizor. It should Body Press the Scizor this time. Bullet Punch probably doesn't knock out the... Yeah, Bullet Punch definitely doesn't knock out the Incineroar. I'm gonna Aqua Jet, I'm gonna Swords Dance because I want a +3. Just so I can pressure the Inteleon. Because Inteleon's a question mark. I don't know if like I actually am scared of that mon or not. I've been trying to avoid hitting the Arcalon because of stamina. Oh, they actually retreat to Incineroar, which is fine. Inteleon coming in. Kind of wish I play route, but it's okay. Aqua Jet. I actually did some decent damage. Body Press into Scizor. Okay, these damage rolls are weird, or did they crit me the first time? Alright, I'm clicking Play Rough into the Inteleon and I'm protecting the Scizor. If they do get the KO on Azumarill, I get a free switch into Breloom, and then I'm in a really nice spot. So I'm okay with that. Because I can force a Terra out of Arcalon, and I think that would be huge. They also did not bring a Rain. So they can't Electroshot, which is kind of awkward. For them. It means that I don't have to worry about the powered up water type moves though, which is kind of nice from Inteleon. Okay. I don't mind them sacking Incineroar here. I would actually really love for them to... This is... I feel like the Body Press earlier was a crit. The Body Press damage from before was just like non-existent. A Flash Cannon, I'm okay with this. A crit there. I don't mind that crit actually. Because I think I get to go out in the Breloom. I'm pretty sure the only Terra I need is... Yeah, I can Terra the Breloom. I don't need the Terra anymore, so I can avoid the Fake Out. Or I could go for... Did I protect the previous turn? Yeah, I did protect the previous turn, which is what makes this a bit awkward. All right. This is where it gets tricky. I think I want to CC the Incineroar, and I think I want to just go for a Bug Bite attempt into the Arcalon. Actually, no, I would target the Incineroar. Although I don't think it really changed anything. We'll see. Gonna Terra with the Breloom. I'm hoping for a Terra from the Arcalon, which would be ideal here. No, they didn't Terra at all. Wait, I could have CC'd the Arcalon or Sported. Did they not Terra Grass? I do get the KO on Incineroar. Oh, the game got awkward because of this. All right. I'm assuming it's not Terra on the Arcalodon now. So Incineroar goes down. Flash Cannon into the Breloom slot. What Terra are you? Are you Stellar Terra? I've been mind gaming this entire time because I was like, okay, they're gonna Terra Grass in case. I could have actually hard punished him and probably won this. Inteleon in. I'm going to Raichu and I'm just clicking Protect. Yeah, I think I protected the Scizor. All right. Am I crazy or did they Terra earlier? Or they're not Terra Grass, which would explain like a lot of this here. Maybe they're Terra Fairy and are scared of Bullet Punch. I'm retreating my Breloom because I'm hoping that Raichu doesn't go down this turn. They have to read the Raichu coming in. But I feel like you have to double it up with Draco Meteor specifically. Snipe Shot. Body Press, okay. Good. And now... I don't think you're Terra Ghost on Inteleon. You could be Specs, actually, now that I think about it. Specs would make sense on this. That also did... That Snipe Shot did do a lot of damage to Raichu. If I think it's Specs, it's probably my best play is just to Bullet Punch. No, is it to Bullet Punch? No, it'd be the Bug Bite. Okay, yeah, I think it is Specs on Inteleon. All right. Okay. They go for Body Press into Scizor. They don't get the crit, thankfully. Bug Bite is able to KO the Inteleon. Nice. Game is not over. Unfortunately for me. Actually, I still don't know what their error is. I think I'm going to go out into Breloom. And I'm just going to click Protect. Oh, that's so risky, though. That's so risky. I kind of got to get this call right of who they target. Are you targeting the Raichu or are you targeting the Scizor? I think I'm going to just nuzzle the Arcalon and Protect. Maybe I should have Electrode because I could Spore the Arcalon. But we'll see. Okay. It is Stamina on Arcalon. A Body Press. I feel like if you're going to spam Body Press... then I don't get why you're not Flash Cannoning unless you're making me expect... Am I mind gaming myself? I want to switch out Scizor into Breloom really badly. I'm going to fake out the Arcalon, or attempt to fake out Arcalon, and I'm going into Breloom. This might be a very risky play, but Arcalon's just been tough for this end game because I was hoping to have a bit more resources for it. I was hoping to get the pin earlier with CC and then Bug Bite, expecting Terra Grass, but it's not been. All right. I'm going for close combat, and I'm going out into Scizor. Let's see. I'm going to switch out to Raichu. I'm not going for the Volt Switch because I don't want to give him another stamina boost before I get a good CC off. We finally see the Terra. All right. If this is Terra Grass, I'm going to be super sad I didn't go for close combat earlier. Airy makes a lot of sense too. Okay. All right. Close combat into Arcalon does no damage, unfortunately. Oh, they could have been targeting the Raichu. We'll see. Oh, that's a very nice para. That's a nice para. They probably have... Okay, I'm going to go back into Raichu and I'm going to click Fake Out into Arcalon because I think they have to respect... Now I can play a bit of a game where I can get maybe a few Swords Dances up with Scizor. Unless I read this again, but I think you have to respect the Scizor more than the Breloom this time. Or we could get another Para, which is beautiful. I guess that's another benefit of going for the Nuzzle there. We're going to Swords Dance with the Scizor. We're going to go for a Fake Out into our Caledon. And then it's just going to come down to do we have enough firepower to take on our Caledon? Also, like, do they make a raid the next turn? All right, our Caledon is at +3. We are +2. I'm going for a Bullet Punch into our Caledon. I'm going to go for a Volt Switch into the Arcalon. Because there is a chance they target the Raichu slot this turn. We get good damage in Arcalon. I think we seal it here. Because I think we'll do enough with Volt Switch to do like another Fake Out rotation. Yeah, I think we're in the clear. Ooh. I have been trying to get this Arcalon on a Terra for so many times. They gave me an opportunity when they went for the Fake Out into the or not the Breloom, the Scizor. And didn't cover for a Terra Ghost option, but thankfully, especially with the luck, yeah, they read the Protect switch again, which is why I went for the Bullet Punch there. Now I just guarantee you like Bullet Seed damage plus another Bullet Punch. Plus, I also have the Raichu still around to attack. Oh, playing around this monster is such a pain, especially with mainly physical attackers, but that is it. Our Caledon is down. The bridge has collapsed. London Bridge just was kept falling down. All right, let's go over the games. In game 1, big power gem read onto Volcarona turn 1 with a Spore into Murkrow, and then Volcarona giving my opponent huge trouble with all the steel types they brought since I was able to preserve it alongside the threat of Spore after Tailwind expired. In game 2, was able to get huge momentum since my opponent didn't try to set up Trick Room, and Breloom was able to be very disruptive while Scizor set up one Swords Dance and was dishing out heavy damage. In game 3, the pressure of Spore with Breloom bought me turns thanks to an Electro Web from Raichu onto the Wheezing slacking lead and was able to set up Scizor into a great spot. In game 4, got the best reads with Azumarill that set up a Belly Drum without taking any damage and was able to knock out the Ursaluna after chip damage even with its Terra. In game 5, scary game even after the perfect turn 1 because of the threat of the Palmalt Revival Blessing, but was able to isolate the Arcalon with getting Raichu next to Azumarill for a safe Fake Out Belly Drum into a clean endgame scenario. In game 6, Dragon Cheer strategies, which were scary. I guess I should have went for a close combat onto the Arcalon on the turn Breloom went for a Terra, but I thought we were going to see a Terra from the Arcalon, so would have been a heavy punish, but since they were Terra Fairy, it makes sense because it didn't cover for Spore. But some Nuzzle Paras, which may or may not have mattered, helped us to close the game. Overall, I am actually surprised on how well this team worked. I wasn't sure of how well this team was going to do, but most of the Mons did put in a lot of work. Volcarona, no surprise, but the Raichu, the Azumarill, the Breloom, the Scizor combination. Breloom really impressed me with how much pressure that I was able to exert onto the field. The Azumarill was able to sweep some games. The Scizor was able to sweep some games. The only one that didn't really get to shine too much was the Dragonite, but thankfully we didn't play the matchups where I really wanted to bring Dragonite, which were Dondozo and the Side Spam stuff. So very happy we didn't face those and got to showcase the other Mons, but team worked out pretty well. If you would like to try it out, the rental code is on your screen, available for a short time, so make sure you grab while you can. But if the team has expired, make sure you try it out with the paste down below in the description so you can check out the details and of course my stuff that is linked in the description. And of course subscribe to the channel for more VGC content as always.